Meditation is the only way to increase our capacities in each and every field.
No matter what it is.
No matter what it is, because meditation helps us at every moment to offer our own individual will to God's will. So if we can identify by meditation, if we can identify ourselves, we can establish our oneness with God's will. Is there anything that we cannot achieve? When he said, "Let thy will be done," that means my Father and I are one. On the strength of his oneness, he said, "My Father and I are one." Then the Son became the Father himself. Just because we do not have that kind of faith in our Creator, we are separated from the Creator, from the creation. So meditation only unites us with the rest of the world, with heaven and earth. Meditation. So if meditation is the capacity, meditation is the capacity to unite us. The journey and the goal for meditation is in between, and meditation as a starter, meditation carries me to my destination, to my goal.
So start a few minutes in the morning and then...
What is the value of meditation?
Yes, the value of meditation is incalculable. One cannot measure the value of meditation. It is something measureless. When you meditate, we enter into our source. The source is the infinite, eternal, and the immortal in us. So when we establish a free access to our infinite capacities within us, we feel that we can be of dedicated service to humanity. So meditation takes us deep within, and then again brings us to the fore. Our inner divinities, inner qualities, meditation, by virtue of meditation, we can bring to the fore and offer our qualities to humanity. So
is it important to have a teacher for meditation? And do you need a mantra and things like that? Or if you don't really know anything about meditating, can you just sit down and meditate?
Certainly you can. It is not at all obligatory to have a teacher. And the person who did the best meditation on earth didn't have the teacher. But again,
that person was?
Whoever was,
okay.
Whoever realized Ghost, whether you can say, we say Lord Krishna, and you say Jesus Christ, and there are quite a few world saviors. Right. So, then again, he who realized the highest, the absolute, for the first time, didn't have a teacher. Now here there are many people who go to school, colleges and universities, and again there are people like Bernard Shaw and India's Tagore. They did not have university degrees.
Right.
So here, if you have a teacher, well and good, but if you do not have, then you don't have to be doomed to disappointment.
Can you just sit down and meditate?
Certainly you can, only to make your mind calm, quiet and tranquil. And if you have read some books, spiritual books, then they can be of tremendous help to you.
You meditate always when you're lifting weights, when you're doing the music, the compositions, poetry, art, the paintings? Is it always when you're meditating?
If it is personal, in my case, I always feel that somebody is meditating in and through me. Consciously I meditate for hours, and again I see and feel clearly that my inner pilot, I call, he is praying, he is meditating in and through me.
The inner pilot, that's an interesting expression.
Interesting.
How do you explain that to people who've never heard that? Well, I've heard it before from you. What does it mean?
Journey, we need a boat. If we want to reach a destination, we become a passenger, and there is a boatman, and that boatman plies the boat and takes us to our destination. Similarly, in the inner life also there is a river, a consciousness river. There the boatman, I am in his, out of his infinite bounty, he has allowed me to be in his boat. So now he is piloting the boat to my destination. He is the boat, he is the boatman, again he is the goal. So now I am a passenger. So he is, with all his infinite compassion and love, he is the boatman, he is sailing the boat towards the destination.
Do you feel, is there a certain time of the day to meditate?
Of course, for everything there is a special time for us to eat at a particular time and take rest, sleep at a particular time. In that case, it is always advisable to meditate early in the morning and in the evening, at least twice. Because early in the morning, before the hustle and bustle, before you enter into the hustle and bustle of life, if you can pray and meditate, and then we make a very fast progress. In the evening, when the sun sets in, we feel the nature is peaceful, and that is the time. Early in the morning,
Early in the morning
early in the
and in the
morning and in the evening. And these two, early in the morning and the evening are the best times for each and every human being. Again, some people keep late hours, find it very difficult to get up early in the morning. So I say, whenever you get up is the best time for you. You get up, say, at 5 o'clock, and I get up at 10 o'clock in the morning. For you, 5 o'clock is the best time. For me, I get up at 10 o'clock. So at least before I enter into earthly activities, if I perform my heavenly activities, which is my prayer life and meditation life, then I feel that I'm doing the right thing.
Prayer and meditation are not the same.
No, prayer and meditation are two
Not the
different
same.
things.
All right, but about meditation, do you have a tip or a suggestion for the many people who watch us about what would be the best way to meditate, a successful technique for it?
Yes. When you meditate, the very first thing that meditation demands from us is peace of mind. And how do you get peace of mind? You get peace of mind only when you do not allow any thought to enter into our mind. Each time a thought enters into our mind, we feel that somebody is knocking at the door, or somebody is hammering at the wall. So now we don't want to be disturbed by thoughts or anything that is not in tune with our prayer and meditation.
How do you meditate consciously? That was interesting to hear. I mean, when you say meditation, I think the average person out there in the audience will think basically the Buddha position or something of that nature. How do we meditate?
You meditate even while you're sitting there.
Now I'm meditating. See, I am here with you on television, here at the studio. I'm very grateful to see.
And with that, he's meditating. I don't want to interrupt, but I'm curious how he's able to do that.
So this is
takes
where,
me 3 hours to fall asleep. How can you do that?
No.
In a second or two.
As soon as it is at my command that I don't want. Believe me, I didn't allow any thought interference. I didn't allow any thought. I just, in a fleeting second, I entered into my highest I don't want.
But did you hear me speaking while I was interrupting? I mean,
Yes, I was quite conscious.
Yeah,
But it did not disturb me.
I
That
see.
you said they don't want to interrupt me, but it did not interrupt me. It did not interfere. I heard it, but at the same time, it did not affect me. Like the sky, the birds are flying and the planes are flying. I don't think the sky is affected. Vast sky, you see, we hear noise. We human beings, when we hear the loud crash, loud noise, the plane, and makes, then we are disturbed. We are annoyed. But the sky is not annoyed. Oh.